Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your stimulus check update for the next stimulus package for Wednesday, February 3rd. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon so far. In this video, I'll be discussing updates in regards to the current relief package and the third stimulus check. I'll also be discussing unemployment, the timeline for when Democrats hope to have this package passed, and then I'll be wrapping up this video by answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. But first, if you wouldn't mind real quickly, liking this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really just helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this video out to other viewers like you, and hopefully helping other people like you as well. Okay, so with Republicans essentially being pushed to the side in negotiations, it's now officially the Democrats negotiating with, well, the Democrats themselves. Because of this, we now have the more moderate Democrats colliding with progressives on certain issues, such as how much the weekly unemployment benefit should be for, how much the direct payment should be for, and whether or not the provision to increase the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour should stay in the bill. Well, it looks like Democrats have more or less settled on a number for the weekly unemployment benefits. Now, before Joe Biden became president, on his campaign website, he displayed a promise to work with Congress in order to extend the boosted unemployment benefits to $600 per week for however long the crisis lasts. However, in his plan, for whatever reason, he chose to reduce that number back down to $400. Because of this, some progressive Democrats, such as Ron Wyden, have said that number should be at $600 per week like it was originally in the CARES Act. Well, now, Democrats are saying that the benefits will only be at $400 per week as they are fully embracing President Biden's plans. Senator Dick Durbin said, "I think the $400 is the high watermark in the current negotiation, and I hope we hold to it." Now, obviously, this is going to be quite the disappointment for some, considering there aren't really any obstacles in their way since they're able to pass this bill under reconciliation. Prior to having the majority in the House and the Senate, Democrats may have needed to settle on a number lower, but now there's really no reason to. Furthermore, Democrats are also going to be internally fighting over the next round of relief payments. We have progressive Democrats fighting for recurring direct payments at $2,000 per month, whereas moderates believe the next round should be more targeted. At the moment, it looks like the White House is going to be targeting the next round of relief payments to individuals earning up to $50,000 per year, head of households earning $75,000 per year, and married couples earning $100,000 per year. Of course, there is expected to be a phase-out period, so if you earn $52,000 per year as a single filer, for example, you'd still receive a payment, but it just wouldn't be for the full amount. The other debate is going to be over increasing the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour. Progressives argue that this should have been done a long time ago, and that people deserve to earn a living wage. More moderate Democrats, on the other hand, argue that raising the federal minimum wage at this point in time could kill job growth. Another factor to keep in mind here is that $15 per hour in New York or California isn't nearly the same as it would be in Mississippi. So it's really hard to put a number on what a nationwide minimum wage should be. These things, in my opinion at least, should be dealt with on a statewide level. Okay, so coming up this week, after the Senate has their hours of debate followed by a vote-a-rama, both chambers will then have to pass a final version of the budget resolution. This will then allow Democrats to begin the process of writing the next relief package. Again, this is unfortunately a long, drawn-out process. According to Democratic Senator Ron Wyden, they hope to have this bill passed by March 7th. In a statement, Ron Wyden said, quote, "We've really got to get this bill out early on. I think we need to have it in early March." So, early March seems to be the timeline for Democrats, and this is especially important considering that the current unemployment benefits expire on March 14th. In order to avoid a lapse in the benefits and to give states time to implement a new policy, Democrats believe a bill would need to pass at least 1 week before then. So, as Democrats plow forward in an attempt to pass this bill through reconciliation, all we can continue to do is hang in there, stay strong, and hope for the best. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to move right along to answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. And if you do have any other comments or questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many of the comments and questions as I possibly can, but for those comments and questions I'm not able to respond to, I do try to pick some of the more popular ones to answer in the next video in video form. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the first comment of today's video, which is from John. John says, Josh, what is the current status of the child tax credit in Biden's bill? Is it still $250 a month for 12 months? Okay, thank you so much for your question, John. And yes, it is still going to be $250 per month for every child between the ages of 6 and 17. Additionally, if you have any children under the age of 6, you'll receive $300 per month. Of course, this is always subject to change, but considering Democrats have complete control in Washington, I'd say there's a very good chance that it stays the same. Either way, I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. Okay, moving right along to the next comment of this video, which is from Jay. Jay says, good morning, Josh. Will adult dependents qualify for this next stimulus check? And if so, how much will they receive? Have a great day. Okay, thank you so much for your question, Jay. And yes, it looks like dependents over the age of 17 will be eligible for the next relief payment. For this one, even though most everyone else will only be receiving $1,400 on top of the $600 they've already received, it looks like adult dependents will be receiving the full $2,000. Of course, since the bill hasn't been officially written or passed yet, this is certainly subject to change, but I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. Alright, moving right along to the next comment of this video, which is from Tina. Tina says, will the income requirement still be $75,000 for individuals and $150,000 for married couples? Okay, thank you so much for your question, Tina, and the income requirements are still completely up in the air. In Joe Biden's plan, the requirements are the same at $75,000 for individuals and $150,000 for couples. However, there are talks lately of those numbers getting reduced. Even though the check amount is more than likely still going to be for $1,400, some Democrat lawmakers are proposing that the phase-out periods begin at $50,000 for single taxpayers, $75,000 for head of households, and $100,000 for married couples. On the other hand, some lawmakers argue that we shouldn't lower the income requirements because even though some people were doing fine in 2019, they may not be doing fine anymore. Additionally, one could make an argument that if you're going to cut certain people out of receiving any money, then you should give more money to those who really need it the most. So it should be really interesting to see how all this plays out, and either way, just like everything else, I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is completely free to do so, and it's a great support to me. Also, if you'd like to receive 4 free socks from Webull, with 2 of them valued all the way up to $1,600 each, or 1 free sock from Robinhood just for signing up and linking your bank account, please feel free to claim those free socks by clicking the link in the description box below. And finally, if you join Rakuten with my referral link in the description box below and spend at least $20, Rakuten will give you $20 cash back. This means that you can buy an item through Rakuten with one of their referral links, such as Nike, for $20, which would be right around $22 after tax, and Rakuten will give you $20 just for making that purchase. This is just an incredible deal that I would love for everyone to take advantage of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.